It is time for another Choozo Randomizer. Hopefully you guys are ready and psyched. We've had a few different races run this evening. One earlier on this channel, but now here we are with a race between Moro and NobodyNada, and I'm joined by KJ on the mic. How's it going tonight, KJ?
It is a lovely night tonight, and I'm excited.
This tournament's been it's been a blast. It's different than a lot of the Varia seasons because of just the settings being adjustable by the players, which I think adds a different and fun element. They get a little bit more of an opportunity to be in their comfort zone instead of being maybe thrown in some settings that they're just not ready for. But it's led to some fun races.
And we're quickly learning if you start in Bubble Mountain, immediately you cry.
Bubble Mountain has led to croc often.
Speaking of which, we are starting in Business Center. So here are the settings for tonight. We got full countdown. Ooh, ice beam. So we got full countdown. That means we're going to be looking at that counter in the top left-hand corner of the player's screens. That's going to go down for every major they pick up in that area. Vanilla areas, we're not going to see any randomization of the areas or anything like that. Random boss, that's going to add a fun little tidbit to the race. Medium difficulty, vanilla escape. What I like to see, late morph. That one's going to be interesting. That's the one where we start seeing those puzzle races. It's not about how well everything can be executed, but what can they do with the items that they have been given.
I love seeing full countdown. To me, that's my favorite of all the modes. Though they've been kind of they always play out interesting. They always give us something different to look at. But the thing that I've seen in every single one of these full countdowns is E does not show up nearly as consistent as players would like it to. Yep. E-tanks always end up being an issue, and with us having the start in the top of Red Tower, we're not able to really go anywhere because we don't we don't have Varia, so we can't hell run, so we're kind of stuck. And just to kind of cover what the full countdown is, in case we have some people who are new to watching this. Full countdown is that number at the top left-hand corner where it shows the area we're in, where both players right now are in Red Bryn. So that one at the top is showing us that we have one major item in Red Bryn Star. When we started in Upper Norfair, we had 4, and both players quickly found the ice beam, which, hey, great beam find. That's always an item that makes a lot of the late game easier. But runners are going to have to find an item that is normally an early comfort start in a lot of seeds, and that's the morph ball. That item is of all the movement items, as great as the other ones are, it is literally the only movement item you cannot finish the game without.
Mm-hmm. And oddly enough, we're actually going to be going down. It's interesting, as when they started at Business Center and they checked the high jump E-tank, there's really nowhere else they can go. This is a very linear path. They can only go up, and they can only go back down to that morph ball location. As of right now, there's just two checks available to them: morph ball and those missiles, or right underneath Billy Mays, they have to damage boost to.
Though the seed was nice, giving them ice beam. Making that red tower climb much easier. That can always be tricky if you're not used to how to navigate those jumps, which can be very difficult.
But ice beam's not a fun beam to have with Moonfall, unless you also have plasma.
No, Moro shut it off though.
Yeah, Moro shut it off.
That actually gained a couple of seconds.
It did. I mean, like, Ice Beam's great, and it was great for what they had, but don't you generally don't want to have Ice Beam on because it's actually longer to, kill enemies because they'll freeze before you actually kill them.
All right. Well, our first miner is a missile here. Nothing too exciting.
Mm-hmm. So that means our movement item is what is that E-tank called? I don't know. It's right next to the missiles. We're gonna see it in a second. You got
The taco tank.
I'm sorry.
The taco tank.
The taco tank. That's where we're going. Taco tank. And what do we get?
And morph in the ceiling.
Oh, it's morph ball. Oh, hey, Ice Beam. Ice Beam
like
actually
that.
makes this.
Yeah, there you go.
Nice too.
Otherwise, you have to do this strategy of that D-boost.
Yeah,
Gonna reset the room.
Once you lose, you get like 2, maybe 3 tries with that particular enemy. But after it gets out of the pattern, you gotta reset.
I like Adam Metroid's nickname for the ice beam, the twice beam.
The twice. I like that.
Alpha missiles is vanilla.
We also kind of missed it.
There we go.
Super
There's
missiles.
that strategy.
Yeah. And we get super missiles. So we've got missiles and super missiles. So we can check a lot of extra stuff now.
So now this starts that all-important search for that explosive, either power bombs or just vanilla bombs, so that the players can start, those extra checking those other areas that otherwise will be off limits. So this is really, now that the players have morph, which is definitely a nice to not have to look forever to find. But there's only so many places you can access without it, so really not too much of a shock to see it down here in Blue Bryn.
Also, if we're keeping track of that major count, we've got 3 majors still in Crater. That was 5 majors in total in Upper North Air and 4 majors in Crater. That's 9 majors. So
I would expect to see a 230 check on this trip up.
Or once we find bombs, we can.
Oh yeah, that's right. Gosh dang it, that explosives.
Yep.
These things that you just take for granted of having, we don't have. So yeah, we're gonna see a BT check over here by Nobody, and let's see what BT is hiding.
And there's our bombs.
There's our bombs. Wow. Okay.
Oh, someone's calling both suits and gauntlet. That I wouldn't be happy about that. That's too easy.
I mean, we had the seed earlier had, Varia had to be there because they were in Bubble Mountain, but Gravity was at Wave. We're locked right behind the first gate in Wave, so it was a pretty quick empty out of Lower Norfair for both players.
Wow.
So we'll see what happens. Like, we'll see here, because at this point we could get either suit first. Unlike those Bubble Mountain starts where you're guaranteed to get Varia first, we could get a Gravity first.
We're seeing a high 5 here.
There was a high 5, yep. As Nobody got a successful check up, successful Alcatraz escape.
So with 3 majors left here, and if you still don't find anything in 230, you go down for Billy Mays. Yeah, do you go down for Billy Mays?
I don't know. That's a good question. It's a lot of items, and you could potentially, go up and check what you can at surface. Maybe check the front side of. Well, we don't have enough to check the front side of Gauntlet. No, it's go check check to see what's on the backside. Check Terminator.
Yeah, I was thinking complete meme route with that setup.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say if you go that route and go check blue, you can go meme route, but I've seen often meme route leads to you full clearing Bryn when maybe the item's up at up at early supers, which I definitely saw make a huge difference in a race. Like,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
that difference in routing was the entire race.
Oh, there's two of our items.
Okay, that's
Gravity
big
and
knowledge for
space
Nada.
jump. Oh, you know, the moment they can get up there, that's immediately where they will be going.
Absolutely. Not only being the, you know, incredibly important movement item of the space jump, but having that gravity this early, yeah, that puts Meridia right into logic.
Uh-huh. So Storm D saying, or Storm D giving Bad Metroid the thumbs up. We don't know if that's the first suit yet. We don't technically don't know, but
Because
it could be right around the corner.
We got two in Green Bryn, and we could, you know, we never know what we're gonna find. It could even be a boat. You know how much we've always wanted one of those. And what are we getting back here?
Supers.
We got some more supers.
What do we got? And then more supers.
That felt like a Billy May super moment.
Yeah. Wow. It's a lot of supers.
Now let's see what early supers is. It's so many supers there. It can't possibly be another super. You know, if it's another power bomb pack, that would give us the explosives we need to potentially do Gauntlet. It's just
dismissal. Well, I mean, it's still something. With the amount of, well, it's still really early if you want to try and go for all the ammo going up. I think we've seen several times in this tournament now that usually luck favors those who take the time to pick up all of these ammo packs. Okay, and we are going to go down, check Edacoons, at least check this area before Edacoons. And there's our power bomb pack. Okay, so Nada will probably going all the way back up to Gauntlet. Now, we're on medium difficulty, so that gravity is technically not in logic. We need at least 2. Or I'm sorry, what does that say? Is that 10 E-tanks? 10 E-tanks to make Gauntlet? In or is that 5? 5 E-tanks to make Gauntlet in logic. But we did find 1 E-tank.
We'll see how I do on some calls today. We had random bosses earlier, and I was good on all my boss calls.
Uh-huh. And there's our second E-tank. Is it, do we need 10 on medium difficulty? Do we need 5 E-tanks? Is that how I'm reading this correctly with the Gauntlet energy requirements? I think it's 5. Regardless, they have 2 E-tanks though. I don't.
2 is.
If it was me, I would be more. I'm sorry.
Oh, 2 should be more than enough for them to get through. Yeah, I mean, and you're watching immediately. Where's nobody going? Making a beeline for gravity and space jump.
Yep.
Like forget everything else.
They're just too important to pass
compared to this.
I mean, gravity does not give any kind of environment protection. Is that right? Or very, very little, but it does give enemy protection. Which I wish I had those stats in front of me too. Okay, Moro getting a nice little mock ball while escaping from Edacoons. This is this season races preset, yes. Moro deciding to not go up. There are still 2 majors down here in Brinstar, so might go, what was that, half meme route, might go through criteria. Moro has not yet picked up anything. Ooh, there's. So this will be interesting to see how this plays out. This is medium difficulty. So we got full countdown, vanilla area, random boss, medium difficulty, vanilla escape, late morph, and not a deep start. So it still was a random start, just not deep. So Moro finding that speed, which is a very, very nice find. I'm kind of curious if this was the logic you're supposed to go. You take speed to then get gravity and possibly go to wreck ship, because that's our wreck ship access and our ability to clear wreck ship.
That very well may be the case, and honestly, since you're already up here at criteria, it might be the best plan.
Mm-hmm.
I just make sure I grab that save early because it's vanilla area, and just in case we get to wreck ship and it's our friend Riddles, which neither player is ready for right now.
Nope, not at all. Although we almost have ammo for Dragon. Oh, Nada's got to be careful. Okay, Nada gets it.
And it's that gravity, and we'll get this space jump.
Okay, so gravity does end up being our first suit. Yep. So with gravity and space jump, Nada going back up may actually end up not working out, because Nada may take that time to go now down to, or go over to wreck ship at this point. And then hopefully speed isn't necessarily needed, because, well, you have ice, so you can do the ice clip to get through Dragon. Moro finding the other major is still going to go down to Waterway. Found X-Ray, but is going down to Waterway. I'm not sure. Maybe doesn't realize and just going through the motions of doing this extra check.
It may also just be only 2 sets of power bombs, only 3 tanks right now. Hoping maybe it's vanilla E.
Yeah.
And instead it's supers.
Which isn't a bad thing.
no, because then charge is becoming less and less relevant even this early. Almost halfway there with the super count.
Mm-hmm. Has enough missiles.
Yeah, they're on the missile count, but yeah, needs that 35 more supers to be comfortable, or the equivalent number added in the missile count, or we just need to find charge beam and then none of it matters.
Yeah. Although charge and ice, that's
that's a lot of shots.
Okay.
Checking wave as well. Okay.
Yeah, the wave gate. Yep. That looks good. Nope.
It can be a very tricky timing getting this jump.
Yep. It is amazing how much of a difference high jump boots make this particular trick. It's almost free with high jump boots. Ooh, gets another E-tank though. That's a great trade-off.
Well, this seed isn't being as stingy E as they can be. Nobody ever. Me coming in with the dad jokes.
You and Bad at Metroid. You guys need to write
I'm a high school band director. Like we're just supposed to tell bad jokes. It's kind of our thing.
I'm not gonna stoop to that level. Oh, I am. Are you supposed to say bad jokes or band jokes? Okay, that's all I'm gonna do.
Well, whatever they are, I keep them rocking. So
Hey, there's a game. Moro deciding to not go into criteria. Decides to maybe just check Green Hills and then go back up. Nada, curious what Nada's going to be doing. Was going down, but decided to go back up.
Well, I have a feeling this is the save to go check wreck ship.
That might be maybe
With
maybe
gravity,
go up and
make-
check
can get
landing
past
site.
can get past Moat with gravity. Oh well, okay. We're just no idea what's happening now. World's turning upside down. Maybe just taking a safety save and now, well, no. What? Going meme route?
Well, Nada started going meme
criteria.
route and then went back up. Maybe just ran. Oh, you know what? I think Nada ran out of power bombs. That could have very well been what happened. Yeah, Nada ran out of PBs and didn't know. Although that wouldn't have mattered. I'm pretty sure Nada had enough power bombs to get through room left of Morph Ball, but Nada wouldn't have known, hey, speed is just around the corner. That's all you really need to escape from Green Bryn at that point. Oh, he had 0? Okay, so he just wasn't able to. Okay. Looks like we're going to be getting a Billy Mays check, though.
Love seeing a Billy Mays check.
Gotcha, Baja. Okay. No, well, Moro never ended up going back up at all. So Moro is going down, knowing that there's 4 majors down here, and Moro actually has access to almost all of them. Yeah, we'll see how that plays out. Maybe, well, there's grappling hook. Maybe that might point him, or might point them in the right direction. Because then there's our 5 E-tanks, and that's what we would need to logically go through Gauntlet. So again, hopefully that points them to.
They might also be thinking. So what? They got speed, ice. They've got all these E-tanks. They might be thinking hell runs here and might be going to clear. Heading over to Bubble Mountain and trying to clear wave. Gonna take the save here. I would definitely. No, not gonna take the save. Just going right for Frog Speedway.
I mean, you have 3 majors left, and you have everything you need to do this. It's not a gamble, really. I mean, we know it's a bad gamble from what we know, but it's not a gamble to actually do this. Heck, they might even still find Varia.
Could find Varia in charge, and that definitely puts things into a different light.
Yeah. So Varia charge, and I would almost argue, well, not but maybe an extra beam might be nice.
High jump boots would be another huge find.
That would be really nice to have. Yeah. Kind of counteract the space jump that nobody's got. Alright, so nobody's gonna go up here and find speed, and I'm curious if nobody's just gonna completely abandon the rest of Pink Bryn. Ooh, and Moro getting a nice wall jump off of Bubble Mountain. I can't remember what that trick's called, but getting past King Cac quite nicely. I hate that particular jump.
Nobody's getting to all the E now.
Yep. I don't know if Moro's comfortable doing this, but if Moro finds Varia in high jump boots in this,
could do an early lower north clear.
Lava dive, exactly.
We
Ends
find
up
the
finding
best
spring
ball.
ball. Oh yeah. Well, at this point, doesn't even need high jump. That's worst room of the game logic. And just having to stop and refill energy. Trying to fill back up. Probably going to go check the 2 items over at Wave. And Nada ends up finding Speed Booster.
It's funny watching this because the seeds are telling the runners 2 completely different stories right now.
Yep.
Just based on where they've checked.
It really is.
And they're not necessarily, like, neither one of them are necessarily wrong for their choices based on what the seed's telling them. So
Nope.
it's you know, like Moro seeing all of this E and that Upper Norfair had 4 items, like this just seems like the correct play. Meanwhile, nobody saw that gravity and space jump off of that check, and it's like, yeah, that obviously dictated their play. So this is, you know, I love this, seeing complete route divergences. We saw this earlier in the race between Baja and Idol, where you know, 2 completely different routes, and yet they ended up only 4 minutes apart by the end. So
Man,
you know, that's these seeds can just play that way.
and we're getting a wave check over on Nada's side. Like again, like you were saying, they've got everything they need to do this.
I always hope for X-ray like this, but I always hope for the the D boost required.
It's a trash tank, but still picks it up.
Nobody choosing to take out the trash.
Alright, so where are you gonna be going, Moro? Maybe down Crack?
I think we need an Oscar the Grouch inspired emote to go for the trash can.
That would be amazing. And hey, we got a rating party from SpeedGaming 3 of 32. How are you guys tonight?
Welcome to this Choozo Randomizer race between Moro and NobodyNada. We are in a full countdown with a vanilla area, random boss, medium difficulty, vanilla escape, late morph, which they got fairly easy, and not a deep start. So the players started in Upper Norfair. Players are on very different routes, even though we're both currently in Red Bryn. Things have taken them to completely different areas. Although we're about to be in the same room. Oh, nope, never mind.
Well, Moro's already checked Spazer, but
okay,
you know what? Moro's got hook shot, or not hook shot.
Great.
Wrong game.
Grappling hook.
So that's an X-ray check for Moro. That's a go check X-ray. You've got the stuff for it now.
Skips it.
Not
even takes a second. Is like, forget that. Somehow skips the trash, and now is going to head up to the top, and we'll likely check, you know, alpha PBs, and we'll see if there's any goods in the region.
Which at this point we know that the last major is up here. We've checked Spazer, we've checked X-ray. The major is in one of these 3 spots. And Nada
giving the usual 0.
Yep. We're gonna see. I wasn't gonna say it's Nada gonna say that's risky. We are on random boss, so we don't know what's behind Kraid, and the way things are playing out, I'm better. See a vanilla Kraid.
The alpha power bombs room is as vanilla as it can be, with those power bombs up front and the missiles in back. But that means we've got there's definitely something at beta. We already know that X-Ray was just a trash can. So we'll
Mhm.
see what we got up top.
Okay, so let's see. Well, who's at Kraid? It's Kraid.
Vanilla. Oh.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Plasma beam.
Hello, beautiful.
Hey, we're a charge beam away from microwave.
We are.
Okay, Nada's gonna try and go for the quick kill. Doesn't get super missiles out in time.
Instead, we take Kraid to the dance. The prom is in session.
Ooh. Kraid's already. Okay.
That was a nice backup kill. That was nice and quick, as you know, only lost the time that Kraid stood up. Very well executed on the backup. Immediately exits.
Doubt we'll find charge at this point. Maybe. We'll see.
Still 3 items in criteria.
Did we find the last one?
No, that's right. Never mind. Moro hasn't seen all those goodies up at criteria yet.
I think there's 2 spots that we haven't had checked yet. I think there's still one major in criteria that we haven't seen, and I think that is climb supers and wreck ship power or wreck ship
Criteria
landing
power
site
bombs. Yeah.
Landing site power bombs. Yeah. Which Moro, after seeing the 2 items up here, having what they have, I'd be a little surprised for Moro to go back down and check anything else. We might get that landing site PBs, criteria PBs. Oh, hey, we're getting rated again.
Oh, awesome. SpeedGaming 6, the party of 133. Welcome to you as well to this Choozo Randomizer. We have a race tonight between Moro and NobodyNada as part of the Choozo tournament. This is week 5?
I think it's week 5. That's
week
amazing.
5 of this event. Now this is a fun Super Metroid Randomizer. Not sure what game you guys were coming off of, but glad you could join us here on SG2. I am Vincent RTA, joined by KJ with the MVP of any randomizer, Storm, our tracker in the background.
Okay, so now we've got nobody going through the Meridias. I didn't see West Meridia. Was there no supers in West Meridia? I didn't see it. But 2 of them over in East Meridia. That's interesting.
Moro sees these.
Oh, Moro.
Yeah, that was close.
That was close. That was too close for comfort. And the thing was, though, Moro was turning around at the very last one. It's like frame perfect or something like that, but if you turn around while collapsing a collapsing block, you risk just shooting yourself right down there. Moro almost did that.
Nobody going for this ice clip. Thought he had it on the first one. Thought they had it on the first one. Did not.
No, you had it. That was it.
Now I'm gonna have to do this again.
Yep.
Come on.
Look up. I don't get it. That should be it. That should be it right there.
Turn. No.
Yeah. Wait. You're right. Nobody has speed.
They forget.
And you know what? That's not a too uncommon thing. I mean, you're just racing and you get in your head, oh, I'm gonna have to do this certain kind of flip to proceed.
Wait, are they backing out? No, they're going to get another Metroid. Wait. Are we gonna check? Check.
Hit R. Hit R. Nope. Oop. You can't possibly want to do a Crystal Flash. Doesn't have enough power bombs. That is the right setup, isn't it? You just, as you're kneeling there, you aim up, freeze Metroid, you jump on the Metroid, and that's it, right?
Yes, that's why I'm kind of amazed that. Oh, okay.
Hate to see it, but hey, it happens.
Check
It
your
happens.
tracker and is backing out. Yep.
You play through so many of these, and sometimes you just lose track of what you can do, what you can't do, and just forgot that they had speed.
Yeah, and now feels like they have to farm.
Yep.
Yeah, they got the setup right. That looks like the same flash clip I've seen a million times from players.
Mm-hmm. Maybe realizes now they have speed.
Yep.
Yeah, they realize now. Yep. You gotta shoot that wall. But gets the short clip. Okay.
Probably very frustrated with himself right now.
Yeah. Oh, did Moro find Ridley? Wreck Ship had no majors, and Moro is backing out of Wreck Ship, so I can only assume they found Ridley. Ridley was at Wreck Ship? Okay. That makes sense that they're backing out.
So Dragon is either Dragon or Fanny.
Let's see. Yeah.
With Dragon at 0, though, that's kind of sorry, with Wreck Ship at 0, that's kind of good for both runners because Wreck Ship is always such a long, tedious clear.
Mm-hmm. And that, real quick, that was a really nice mock ball into that E-tank spot, which was super missiles. So they pulled that off. Yeah, yep, yep, exactly. That was a very, very slick mock speedball in there.
Nobody's definitely had some impressive movement at times through the seed.
Oh yeah. Moro is actually has everything to, you can freeze them.
Precious supers instead of missiles. All right.
Yeah,
that's the thing about some of these though, is that the players, like, sometimes they just forget what they've got because they're either seed blind to what they've had. But Moro's also had ice turned off pretty much the entire run.
Oh yeah, Moro might not remember. But gets the charge, and it's awarded Spazer, which I'm okay with. Spazer's nice. I like Spazer. I think Spazer's the best item in the game.
Yeah, but when we've already got that whole plasma thing going on,
it's an afterthought. It's a thing. It's a thing. NobodyNada is fighting Raygun right now. Got a nice little short charge in there against Dragon. Dragon fight's almost over, actually. A couple more hit. There you go.
There it is.
Dragon is out.
More power bombs. Not exactly what we're looking.
Yeah,
Nada
not.
does have 2 bosses down.
Mm-hmm. And Moro keeping Spazer on. Not even gonna go over to Wreck Ship. Well, we've already gone to Wreck Ship. That's right. Moro's the one that already checked Wreck Ship, found out it was Ridley. Yes, so Fantoon is at Ridley. As far as go mode goes, we're looking for Varia at this point.
Which, depending on the player's comfort, if they're comfortable taking the hell run, they might not need it.
How many E-tanks do you need for that, though? I don't. It's not in logic, but
it's not so much the like getting lower Norfair. I think they'll like one more tank and I think like at 5 tanks I think you can do it. It's more the it's the Ridley fight.
Yeah, and we know Fantoon's going to be down there, so the fight's not that bad. Yes, we also need ammo to get into the ammo go mode. But I mean, we've seen enough super missiles that ammo go mode is not that far away.
No, nobody's one more super pack from go mode and ammo.
Moro refusing to switch to plasma. I love it.
Maybe out of spite. Well, yeah, maybe just out of spite right now.
And there's Varia. Okay.
All right. Well, that's big.
Varia is in left sandpit with another power bomb.
See, this is where that best ball that Moro has comes in such great use.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so either minor or nobody, and they will be at go ammo. Go ammo.
55 regulars and
55
supers.
will also get you there. Yep.
Yeah. That's a bare minimum though, right? That's if you don't miss any of the shots and refill at Turian.
That gives you like I think two misses. We saw someone earlier do it with exactly that. Went into Mother Brain's room with 55, 54 and and got there.
Yeah.
But it does not give you a lot of wiggle room.
Bad at Metroid, I think I said right sandpit as well, so that was my bad. I led you astray. I'm sorry about it, Metroid. I'll try and do better next time.
Dang it, Baja, don't type things like that when commentary's taking a drink.
Wait, was that the Baja race that you were referring to?
Yes. When I say we've seen that, we saw that less than 2 hours ago.
I need to go back and watch that one. Okay, so Moro farming up for this next boss fight, and NobodyNada. Again, 4 majors in Upper Norfair. Yes, we're gonna take the time to check multiple stuff.
You're gonna clear it. You're gonna clear this entire side. Probably go do. I with this you can easily go do the run to ice. I would check, honestly, I would check pretty much everything you can here and then head over to Bubble Mountain, and you could go do Lower Norfair now. I believe already knows that already knows what's up at Wreck Ship.
Yeah, but do you check Bubble Mountain during Ridley escape, Lower Norfair escape? Gotta make one big huge circle with everything.
Hmm.
But yeah, you're right. You're gonna go check ice, probably Crumble Tower. And then we got another Dragon fight with Moro. Moro has grapple hook, so can't grapple beam. Excuse me. So but we might also get some short charge in this one. There we go. And NobodyNada finding bombs over at ice. So that's going to be nice. Doesn't really have to worry about power bombs anymore.
Well, now has.
Okay, let's see what's that. Crumble. Another set of supers. So, I mean, yeah, that's definitely ammo go mode. Which is actual go mode now.
Yeah, it's just go mode. Yeah. Yeah, with 2 bosses down, we'll just. And now Moro has Dragon down. I don't believe this will be another incident at Croc Seed. We did not get a Bubble Mountain start, so.
Although we did get a late morph, but it ended up just being Taco E Tank.
It wasn't like earlier. Well, it wasn't like the incident at Croc and earlier where Croc held and was holding the morph ball hostage.
Oh man. They were last checks too, weren't they?
No. It well tonight it was area rando, so they found it a little bit later. The
Okay.
incident at Croc had nothing to do with it being a late check. It had a lot more to it than that.
Like an incident at Apple Croc Bridge. That's funny. Okay, so Moro going down back into Aqueduct. Hopefully, going to be checking left sand pit. Then we'll also be getting their Varia suit. Ooh, goes for right sand pit first.
More convenient to initially get to, but I wonder if there was a save and maybe would quick.
But finds charge.
Okay. But I mean, less important with the go ammo already. Well, never mind. Already has plasma. So wow. Okay.
You know, once they switch over to plasma again.
Yeah,
but,
I can gets off of this this Spazer forever, Spazer for life.
Yep. So that's great. Charge beam was found, but what does that do exactly right now? All the ammo has already been found. Moro's gonna have to go back up and around to get to Varia. Nobody is 2 bosses ahead, or at least 1 boss ahead right now. So I don't know if that actually helps Moro that much at this point.
I mean, I guess the only bonus is it means microwaving. It gives you microwave beam for Fantoon, who we haven't seen.
This is true, which we know now. Fantoon's going to be down in Ridley. Yeah.
Nice green gate glitch there for Moro.
Second try. Nice.
Wondering where Moro's headed here. Oh, never mind.
Gonna go back and check.
Do a right. Yep, left side sandpit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
no!
Nobody just missed it. And when not having screw attack, has to power bomb through this. Much slower plan. And gets all that acid right in the face.
But manages to get through still. Dealing with the gold space pirates in the worst room of the game. This room is infinitely harder without high jump boots. Even if you have space jump, it's still harder because, yeah, you run the risk of that almost happening.
But it just creates a lot of awkward movement through the room.
Okay, and Moro finding Varia. He uses Spring Ball.
Look at that, like, forgets that, you know, forever ago that he had Ice Beam. Still hasn't switched to Plasma, but hey, Spring Ball. Does not forget that one.
Spring Ball came in MVP. Yes, Moro did kill Dragon. Yep.
But as far as I remember, that's the only boss that Moro's taken down.
Yeah, Moro had the opportunity to go check Kraid very early on, but elected not to.
Storm, as I said, it happens. The number of times I've forgotten to mark the boss as a tracker, it happens.
And we're gonna get a view of Power Bombs of Shame. They are high jump boots of shame.
Wow. Yeah, they are kind of the high jump boots of shame when you're this far in and they just now show up. Few truer words have been spoken, Baja. That's why it's a very and sometimes it's a thankless job of tracking, because you know the setup of the page, and this is something I've argued about, you know, it shows my and KJ's name, so we get all the glory when the tracker is doing the hardest job.
Oh, you're right. It doesn't show Storm's name. Huh. I didn't realize that. I thought all of these showed display trackers name.
That was something in the Varia side. I was asking Tracy M, please make sure this happens for the future. So hopefully it does.
All right, we're getting NobodyNada going over to Phantoon.
Having done it and having been on both sides, I know how important it is to us, like us to watching and comms. Like tracking is a big part of the whole concept. And they're an important part of keeping everyone updated as to what's going on in the race.
And we've seen in several of these races, you gotta be able to go back and remember what happened before the players take a death.
I have faced the wrath of Tracy when I didn't take care of bosses, and again, it's more just the gentle reminder in chat messages. Do not, hey, remember to take care of the bosses.
The Nobody taking Phantoon down. That was a pretty quick fight.
Well executed.
Tracy made you stop using Mega Man. And nobody is on their way out. Just got to go fight Ridley. It's not going to be too terrible of a fight.
Trackers are incredibly important to the whole randomizer community, but nothing and no job is more thankless than the people trying to organize getting commentary and trackers set up. So shout out to, I believe it's Idol for this tournament is really in charge of that. So
Yeah,
Shout out
'cause
to Idle for the work it takes to make all these happen and allow us to help share this awesome community that is Super Metroid speedrunning.
Yeah, I hadn't seen his Idle Child here today. I hadn't seen Idle Child in the chat yet.
Idle probably still tired after that race earlier. Another croc ran race. Good old trusty Croc.
Yeah, with that being said, give everyone here a follow. Give Storm D here a follow. Tracking. Give Vincent here a follow for commentating. Idle Child and these two runners, NobodyNada and Moro.
Absolutely, give KJ a follow. Give all of us. We love doing this. We love this community. We love the people that are part of it. KJ, are you racing in this tournament or just doing comms?
I am not. Really, once again, a clutch energy tank while trying to escape Laura Norfolk.
That's like the fourth tank I've seen this week for someone low energy and getting that free refill. Granted, you get the free refill going down, but getting out of this area and having to go through these key hunters in this room, like it can be scary because a mistake can take almost an entire tank away. So
Storm D's right. Clutch E on the way out of Laura Norfolk is immune at this point.
I agree.
Clutch E tank. That's what's going to be called from now on. Clutch E.
Clutch E. There we go. Clutch E. I like
it. To answer your question, no. I found out about this race a week too late to be able to participate in this one.
After watching the first race, I finally ran my first randomizer seed ever.
No way.
So I'm now, after doing commentary in the last two tournaments, I'm finally I'm gonna throw my hat in the ring into a future tournament.
Well, that actually brings up another thing. Do you race in the weeklies?
No, I do not yet. So I need to start doing that as well.
There we go.
The most of the racing I've done has been in Final Fantasy VI Worlds Collide, because I am a huge fan of that randomizer as well. My two favorite games of all time are this and Final Fantasy VI. Not close.
Gotcha. Yeah, so for you and anyone else who's listening, we have weekly Varia randomizers every Saturday. I want to say they are 2:30 p.m. Eastern and 4:30 p.m. Eastern, maybe 5:30. I can't remember the exact timing. But yeah, just check them out on the races. What's that website called? Racetime races. I can't remember the website that we use. Racetime.gg.
Yes.
Early Saturday afternoon. Keep an eye out for that.
I am Keystone. I cannot disagree with you in any way whatsoever with that statement. Kefka to me is the greatest villain of all time. I don't know if my emotes can tell enough of that story.
Oh, thank you, Kupo. Yes, they're on the Varia Discord.
Speaking of Kupo.
And we saw Moro fight Fantoon. Actually did end up pulling out Microwave for that fight. So we did get to see Plasma Charge and X-Ray in use.
Very nice. Little seafood in chat. As we get fried microwave space squid to go with some seafood in chat.
I hate squid. Disgusting. It's flavored rubber.
But I gotta agree with Baja here. That Ultros is outstanding.
Thank you, Kupo. 2:30 and 5:30 p.m. Eastern. for the weeklies. Okay, so nobody on their way to wreck ship knows at this point it's going to be Ridley. Pretty high ammo count. I can't tell just because it's a little blurry if that's a 33 or a 53. Regardless, still has enough ammo to take out Ridley. Has a high energy count. Yeah, just go down there, fight Ridley, come back out.
Yeah, and Moro's essentially on the same path at this point, but still has
to take a Kraid detour.
Go take down Kraid, yeah.
So this particular seed ended up not being that trolley at all. I wouldn't call this a jet seed by any means, but it definitely wasn't a trolley seed.
No, it was pretty. But again, both runners took very different early routes, and they're both, but in the end, it led them both kind of the same direction of leaving Ridley last before making that criteria move over to Turian. But
I think nobody finding that early gravity did end up playing in their favor.
Yes.
Moro just spent longer down in Upper Norfair, and oh wow, that was a really fast Ridley fight. Okay,
and a non-grab fight. Wow,
that was really fast for a non-grab. Okay. But anyways, sorry, that was just kind of surprised for not being grabbed, and that was really good.
Don't blink.
Yeah. But yeah, anyways, what were we talking about? Early grab ended up playing better for NobodyNada because it just didn't spend as much time looking around. Still ended up with very similar loadouts, though.
I would say let this be a lesson of always check the back of Gauntlet if you can. Oh. We've got the mothership SpeedGaming 1 rating with a party of 35 here in this race. We're Moro and NobodyNada. We're approaching the we've got Nobody has just finished killing Ridley and is headed into Mother Brain right as we have Moro executing a really nice quick Kraid kill. Yeah. Very nice.
Doesn't even bother checking. Well, notes it's 0, I guess.
Yeah, it needs nothing at this point.
It's just gonna go straight to wreck ship now. And NobodyNada on their way to Turian. Doesn't have much for beams, so is gonna have to fully rely on ammo to get through. At least has ice beam though, so gonna be able to take care of the Metroids.
Yeah, we'll should have quick Metroid rooms. And with that 50-65, that's well more than enough to have a, well more than enough to get through Super Mama clean.
Now where they're at right now is Moro. I don't think Moro will be maybe in the second or third Metroid room by the time. Yeah, the way if it pace keeps by the time Nada's escaping.
Yeah, that seems pretty close, especially if he gets any kind of a. Well, he's not even going to need a refill. He has, with 13 supers, has charged plasma. Going to have a really fast Ridley fight. Yeah, both runners. Nobody's going to be stepping onto criteria while Moro is in Turian. It'll be a second race tonight where both runners were entering together. Nobody's doing a really nice job through these Metroid rooms.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be extremely hard to navigate quickly. You watch some of the top speedrunners and what they're able to do, and they're at that, like, you know, I look at it like this: the top guys who are constantly speedrunning and doing the way they execute those rooms, it reminds me of, like, you know, when you watch the Olympics and you see those people that make like the hardest things in the world look easy.
Yep.
I think they should have like a regular guy, like do it next to them,
just to show what it's like.
Yeah, just have like a normal guy throw a shot put next to a world-class shot put thrower, or, you know,
to make all of us feel better. Ooh.
Oh, going for the newly discovered baby. Yeah, the pistachio skip.
That would have been really hard, though. From what I understand, you pretty much need wave in order to complete that one, because you have to clear out all of this extra junk pretty quick. I think we'll put limitations on that, Stormby. I think we'll think that one through just a little bit more. You bring up a very valid point.
Crane, you are Crane's comment in chat of a properly executed set of Metroid rooms is indistinguishable from magic. There's a video from a couple of SG or GDQ or Games Done Quick Live, where they were doing coverage of one of Zenny's runs through the Metroid rooms, where they were just like, they went absolutely nuts because of how, like, it was the fastest and cleanest things we had ever seen. It was like some of the most perfectly executed runs he had ever even had through those rooms.
Nope, nobody remembering you gotta turn off screw attack in order to do that. Doesn't quite get it. Moro also doing a Ridley fight. You should be pretty close to being done with it, actually.
Yeah, so many supers unloaded. There it is.
There it is.
There we go.
There's
Nobody gets that Zeb skip. Not even going to be required for Moro with all those charge beams. The charge plasma.
And nobody's just going to be using all the missiles on this mother brain. One round right here. Should be very close to being done, actually. There we go. So we're looking for 60 supers.
Has quite a bit of leeway here.
Yep. And we're also trying to complete the menu today. We got our meatballs. We got our onion rings. We're gonna get spaghetti.
There's French fry.
Or French fry, excuse me. French fry. We're only missing one more thing.
One of those noodles, those spiral noodles. There's a ketchup bean.
Ketchup.
And something that we have here that's very famous in Chicago is the rainbow cone. This rainbow bean. Oh,
you're not done. I thought that was not right. You're like 3 or 2 supers away. Start unloading your supers. Yeah, you're not done yet.
Watch out for that ketchup beam.
That should be it.
Yes. There we go.
Okay. Ooh.
Just one more for good measure. Take that, mother brain. And there's that rainbow beam. That got kind of dicey. Had to go to that backup. Good thing.
Yeah.
Good thing nobody had the trash can with carrying some garbage energy.
Oh my goodness, you're right. That trash can is what allowed him to do this. That reserve tank came in clutch. Yeah, and he didn't save. I don't know when the last time nobody saved.
Trash can wins the race. Wow.
That's we gotta ask about that.
How often do we see a trash can for the dubs?
And Moro, not that far behind. Getting through first Metroid room.
Yeah, we'll be to the baby.
Yeah.
Maybe even past the baby. Upon escape here.
We're all happy that nobody had the trash can because nobody was able to continue the run. Storm's happy because Storm didn't want to go back and figure out what items nobody had.
So something I had to learn as a tracker the hard way was to I did a screenshot of their loadout when they saved, so I could see what the tracker currently had up. Because that can get really dicey.
Yeah.
Especially after I tracked the first race that happened immediately after the incident at Croc, and realized how many times you might have to reset during a race.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so Moro in with baby Metroid and nobody finishing up the Mother Brain begins escape. This is vanilla escape, so just the normal run of the mill. Not gonna pop out anywhere at the end of Turian. Just gonna have to shine spark up the climb.
Did not remember to turn right and save those 40 frames. But nobody's had it up. I have to take this moonfall down.
Last moonfall of the game.
Meanwhile, Moro's about to reload on energy here and head down to the Mother Brain chamber. So wow, like very, very, very close for these runners. And once this is done, we'll try to get nobody into chat. As they climb on top of Criteria, get out into the area, sees our ship in just a second, and we'll hop up and finish with a race time GG of 1:11:45. GG's in the chat for nobody. And Moro has forfeited, but we are now joined by NobodyNada in chat. GG, congrats.
Hello, thank you very much. Looks like it was a pretty close race.
Yeah, I mean, Moro was into or about to go for the Zebetite skip when you got onto the ship, so came very close.
And that's awesome. GG to Moro.
Yeah.
I hope it was a good race to watch.
So, nobody.
Yeah.
How relieved were you by picking up the reserve tank at the very beginning?
Which one?
You ended up picking up a reserve tank that.
Oh,
coming into
yes.
play at the very, very end.
Yeah, I'm so glad I did that. That reserve tank. I remember picking it up. I was like, yeah, I guess I'll grab it. I didn't think back to that when it came in handy, but yeah, that last bomb, I was like, wait, what? And then I thought it was just you killed Mother Brain, but she has an extra bomb left or something. And so I don't know why I jumped, but I jumped straight into a catch up. That was scary. I don't know what happened. Did I miss a shot somewhere?
Yeah, I'm not sure. You must have had a couple of go astray, and I thought you had more than enough ammo and had finished her out. So yeah, I'm guessing one of the 15 after the first catch up beam just went astray. Yeah,
I guess so. It felt like a really clean fight, which was a relief, as my last ammo only fights have all ended in disaster. So it felt good to, even though this one was so close, it felt really good to finally finish one of those.
Yeah, I mean, only had ice beam. Meanwhile, Moro actually ended up with charge and plasma.
Yeah, where were all the beams?
Charge and plasma was red Bryn.
Okay.
In
beta power bombs.
Beta power bombs, yes.
Got it.
And charge was
Right Sandpit.
Right sandpit.
Ah, the one I skipped.
And you went
Yeah.
I found
left.
that
sandpit
Varia
and
was
down.
in left though, so
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And then Spazer, which was discovered, was on Climb Supers. So we don't actually know where Wave Beam was
Climb
at.
supers.
We'll find out in a
Shine Spike
second.
supers?
Yeah, over at Criteria. Yep.
Got it.
And
And Wave Beam was reserve tank Northfair.
Okay.
So, all
Okay.
right. Well, we are now also joined by Moro.
Hello.
GG Moro.
GG's.
That was a good race from both of you. When you're, anytime that both racers are in, either in Turian together, it's obviously a good race. We had another close one earlier with Baja and Idol, so it's awesome to see another close race like this tonight. Thankfully we didn't have another incident at Croc, and you both found Morph Ball and without too many problems.
Yeah, that was. I felt a little bit scammed. We requested a late morph seed, and it put morph at Blue Bryn ceiling.
It put it kind of like almost direct logic from your initial start, with you being at the top of upper, the entrance of Upper Norfair.
Yeah, I mean I guess it technically is late because we started somewhere else, but still it was just the third check instead of the second.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was pretty linear. After you guys when you guys started Business Center, got the ice beam at the very beginning.
Yeah,
you couldn't have gone anywhere else.
It might as well have been a ship start seat, honestly.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, all it made you do was have to climb you had to climb Red Tower. That's really
At
what
least we had ice beam though.
Yes, right,
Yeah,
and it
that
made
made
it
it pretty
easy for
easy.
you to climb Red Tower. I thought this was supposed to be medium difficulty.
Actually, you know what? This is the first late morph scene where it wasn't secretly harder difficulty. Usually when you see that late morph, it usually is a pretty tricky, really, really late morph seed.
Yeah, it usually likes to. I mean, for me, it's always last location, like without fail.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think Blue Brinstar E-Tank was the last location it could have been, wasn't it?
Yeah, but it could have given us ammo, or it could have put speed or screw there.
Oh,
And,
that's true, yeah.
I guess technically you are correct. That still was last check that you possibly could have done with the loadout that you had.
Oh, it's true. It could have been Screw, and then we'd have to go to Green Brinstar and look in there.
But yeah, so that's what I've seen more often. It's an item that leads you down a rabbit hole of a bunch of other checks. Which speaking of which, this was an interesting thing about the seed. You two didn't take anywhere close the same route.
Interesting.
One of you
Really?
went up, kind of explored Upper North, not Upper North, went up Red Tower, I believe it was, and the other one, I can't remember what the route was, but you two were just in two completely different spots, and it was completely logical. I think it was Moro. You ended up doing some heck runs, and nobody went up, and you both had the layout of the items to do that, so they were both the right decisions with what you had.
What I said is, at the time, everything that the seed was telling you at that point was you were following the correct. The big difference, and the biggest difference in this entire seed, is nobody checked the backside of Gauntlet and saw those two items early.
Yeah, that was huge. When as soon as I saw those, I just knew that I had to just get one powerbomb pack and then come straight back to Gauntlet. And I was like all excited. I had my route all planned out. I was gonna go to Gauntlet, then I was gonna do the rest of the criteria checks and do meme route back into Green Brand, and then I realized I didn't have enough power bombs for that plan, so I had to lose like several minutes to refilling. And since then I just thought I was behind the entire time. Like I was really, really stressing about, and just making silly mistakes, like forgetting that the blocks in Batuan's hallway are speed blocks. Like I remembered that I had speed. I was thinking, maybe Ice Clip's not working because the speed booster is messing with my jump height or something like that.
We were wondering why, because we're like,
That's why.
got speed. Like, yeah, and we were wondering if maybe it's one of those things where we know this happens, where you have seed bleed and you're not sure, like, do I have it or not? Sometimes. So we were wondering what was going on there.
Yeah, that was interesting. But yeah, I just thought I was behind because I had made a bunch of like I felt really solid in my routing, especially with since I knew that information about Gauntlet. I felt like my movement was decent, but I just kept making a bunch of really bad resource decisions and just silly mistakes like that. That was like I was like, there's several minutes of slop in here, just from these silly things.
Yeah, I lost a few minutes too when I got space jump and grapple, and I was like, oh well, this is wreck ship, right? Go over to wreck ship and see what's over there. No, that just turned out to be Ridley.
Yeah, I've I'm not sure if this is necessarily always the best play because it's kind of a gamble, but I don't usually check wreck ship and boss randomizers because, especially if it's the first, if I haven't found Fantoon yet, there's only like a 1 in 4 chance of me even being able to turn on the ship and explore all the checks.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, that's a good point.
usually and again, I'm new to randomizer. I don't know how often this actually ends up being the correct decision, but I will almost never go to wreck ship in a boss rando.
I like to skip crate in a boss rando too. I swear 90% it turns out to be Ridley anyways.
Yeah,
I think-
I've definitely done that.
So, well, for everyone, there ends up being some kind of bias towards a particular spot where you just happen to catch Ridley. But I've seen times where wreck ship has turned out to be, it's Kraid, and then you never have to visit wreck ship again because So I think it just depends on the situation.
Yeah, that's
Sometimes
totally
you can
fair.
even just check and see if like wreck ship was a 0, so you
Yeah.
knew that you didn't need to do anything but kill the boss and get out of there.
That's a really good point, especially for full countdown.
Mhm.
I think it's more important there than almost any other type of just knowing that number. But
Yeah.
Moro, any last thoughts?
Honestly, I felt a little bit ahead the whole race. I'm a little surprised that nobody was able to come out and beat me, but congrats to you.
Yeah, thanks a ton for the race. Again, I was feeling behind the whole race, so I was surprised too. But yeah, I had a great time with this race, and I'm glad that we were able to put on a good show today.
Absolutely.
All right, well, definitely thanks to both of you for the entertaining race tonight. Seeing to anytime we get to see completely different routes and still end up that close, it's always fun. KJ, any last thoughts?
No, not too many last thoughts for me. Excuse me. Only that I'm gonna go over tomorrow's schedule real quick. We've got several more games that will finish us up for the week. We're only halfway through week 5. We've got 2 tomorrow. I don't see one of them. I think is going to be end up on a channel, but we don't have that channel up yet. That will be at 10 p.m. Eastern. Kevnastics versus Lies Gasoline. We have another race at 3 p.m. tomorrow. Dark Wolf versus Dante. That one's not yet scheduled on a channel, but we'll see. That could always change. Then we got several of them throughout Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and those will all also be pretty fun races to watch.
Definitely. KJ, been a pleasure calling with you as always. KJ and I just first met through this Choozo Randomizer tournament, but definitely have enjoyed doing races with you.
Absolutely, it's been a pleasure. It's been so much fun.
All right, well, thank you, racing fans, for coming out and enjoying this one with us all. Of course, a big thank you to Storm. Trackers are the most important part of these randomizer tournaments, so thank you very much for your help in the background. Storm had tracked the earlier race and then still stepped up and helped us, and it's really huge for us to be able to focus on just watching and seeing what's happening while trackers take care of and make it easier for fans and announcers alike. All right, so everyone, give these runners a follow. They gave us a nice, great, entertaining race tonight. And if you want to give myself, KJ, or Storm a follow, please do that. And hope you guys enjoyed the race. And KJ already went over the schedule, so there'll be more races coming up. So, guys, we will see you next mission.